The Last Emotion in Miami, written by Vasilis Laskas, based on the novel by author's name, Fade in Next. Miami skyline, sunset. The sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and pink. The glass-walled skyscrapers of downtown Miami reflect the fading light. XT. Wynwood Art District, evening. A lone figure stands before a vast expanse of white walls, spray can in hand. This is Alejandro Vega, 28, talented street artist, lost in thought.
Yo, Al. You planning on painting that wall or just staring it into submission?
Alejandro turns to see his friend Marco approaching with a six-pack of beer.
Wry smile. Maybe both.
Marco hands him a beer. They stand in silence, contemplating the blank wall.
So what's the holdup? This isn't like you.
Sighing. I don't know, man. Lately it's like there's something missing. I start to paint, but it feels hollow.
You're in a rut. It happens to all of us.
It's more than that. I look at my work, and yeah, people love it. But does it mean anything? Am I actually saying something with my art, or just making pretty pictures?
Alejandro gestures at the surrounding murals.
I used to feel this fire when I painted, like I was tapping into something bigger than myself. Now I just feel
Empty?
Alejandro nods, taking another swig of his beer.
empty. Next.
Little Havana, night. Alejandro walks down Calle Ocho, the beating heart of Little Havana. The street is alive with the sounds of dominoes, Cuban music, and lively chatter. He pauses, listening. A voice rises above the usual cacophony, beautiful, soulful. Intrigued, Alejandro follows the sound to a small club, El Gallo Azul, the Blue Rooster. Alejandro steps inside. The club is dimly lit and nearly empty. On a small stage, a woman sings into a microphone, eyes closed. This is Elisa Fuentes, captivating and passionate. Alejandro moves closer, transfixed. Elisa opens her eyes, meeting his gaze as she finishes her song.
I didn't realize I had an audience.
Lo siento. I heard your voice from the street. I couldn't help myself.
No need to apologize. I'm Elisa Fuentes.
Alejandro Vega.
The mural artist? I've seen your work. It's incredible.
Thanks. Your voice is incredible too.
They share a moment of connection.
Tell you what, I don't go on for another hour. Why don't we take a walk? Maybe between the two of us we can find some inspiration in these streets.
Alejandro hesitates, then nods. They exit together into the Miami night. Alejandro and Elisa explore the neon-lit streets of South Beach, laughing. They wander through the Vizcaya Gardens, deep in conversation. In Wynwood, Alejandro shows Elisa the intricacies of street art. Elisa takes Alejandro to hidden jazz clubs where she often performs. They dance salsa in a dimly lit club in Coconut Grove. Walking along Biscayne Bay at night, the Miami skyline glittering behind them. Alejandro stands before a massive wall, working on his largest mural yet. Elisa approaches with coffee.
Thought you could use a pick-me-up.
You know, I think you might be just what this mural needs.
Oh? How exactly do you plan to incorporate me into your painting?
Not you exactly. Your voice.
Elisa begins to sing, her voice rising and falling in a wordless melody. Alejandro paints, his hands moving in perfect synchronization with her voice. A crowd gathers, enchanted by the impromptu performance. The mural takes shape, vibrant colors swirling across the wall in patterns that seem to move and shift, as if the painting itself is alive with music. Alejandro sets down his spray cans, the mural complete.
It's beautiful.
It's us, our art together.
They kiss passionately as the crowd applauds. Alejandro and Elisa lie in bed, talking softly.
I never knew it could be like this. Creating with you, it's like I found a part of myself I didn't know was missing.
I know exactly what you mean. When we're together, making art, I feel complete.
They kiss deeply. Elisa's phone buzzes. She answers excitedly.
Hello? Yes, this is Elisa Fuentes.
Her expression changes from excitement to shock.
A demo in Los Angeles? Yes, of course, I'm interested.
She hangs up, conflicted. Alejandro and Elisa stroll hand in hand.
Alejandro, I got a call from a producer in LA. He wants me to record a demo.
Forcing a smile. That's amazing, Elisa. You deserve this recognition.
Uncertain. But the thought of leaving Miami, leaving all this, leaving you,
Alejandro pulls her close, kissing her forehead.
Hey, it's just a meeting. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay?
Alejandro's studio during the day. Alejandro reads an email, his expression a mix of excitement and dread.
We would be honored to host a solo exhibition of your work at our New York gallery.
Coconut Grove during the day. Alejandro and Elisa work on a mural together, but the usual harmony is missing. Elisa seems distracted.
What's going on? You seem a million miles away today.
sighing. I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about the offer from LA. They want an answer by the end of the week.
Heart constricting. Oh, and what are you thinking?
I don't know. It's an incredible opportunity, but the thought of leaving Miami, leaving you.
Cupping her face. Elisa, you have to follow your dreams. Your talent is too big for just Miami.
But what about us? What about our art together?
Forcing a smile. We'll figure it out. We always do, right?
They embrace, both trying to ignore the feeling that something fundamental has shifted. La Perla Negra nightclub at night. The club is packed. Alejandro stands at the bar, nervous energy radiating from him. The lights dim and Elisa takes the stage, looking stunning. She locks eyes with Alejandro as she begins to sing.
Singing. We yearn to bestow a final lingering sentiment, a love's refrain that echoes beyond time's constraining firmament.
The crowd is mesmerized. As Elisa finishes her song, the club erupts in applause. A well-dressed man approaches Elisa. This is David Starr, the LA producer.
Grinning. That was incredible, Elisa. I think we have a lot to talk about.
Elisa smiles, but her eyes search for Alejandro in the crowd. Miami Beach at sunset. Alejandro and Elisa sit on the sand watching the waves.
I'd have to move to LA for at least 6 months. They offered me a 3-album deal, Alejandro.
This is what you've always dreamed of. Swallowing hard. You have to take it, Elisa.
But what about us?
It's rare, but I can't be the reason you don't chase your dreams. Taking her hand. Hey, look at me. What we have, it's special.
Tears in her eyes. I don't want to lose you.
You won't. We'll make it work.
They embrace, both feeling the uncertainty of their future. Miami International Airport, day. Alejandro watches as Elisa's plane takes off, his heart heavy. Montage. Alejandro and Elisa's separation. Alejandro in his studio in New York, working on paintings that lack his usual vibrancy. Elisa in a recording studio in LA, her voice powerful but her eyes sad. They video chat, both putting on brave faces. Alejandro walks through New York feeling out of place. Elisa performs at a small LA club, scanning the crowd for a face that isn't there. Washington Square Park, New York, night.
Elisa, it's me. I know it's late, but I need to see you. This isn't working. We're living our dreams, but at what cost? I miss you. I miss us.
Miami Beach, sunset. Alejandro stands nervously, holding a wrapped canvas. He sees Elisa approaching and his breath catches.
Elisa, S3, Alejandro.
They move towards each other slowly. When they're face to face, Alejandro unwraps the canvas. It's a painting of Elisa singing with the Miami and New York skylines blended behind her.
Oh, Alejandro. It's us. It's everything.
I realized something. Our dreams, our careers, they're important, but they are not everything. What we have, Elisa, it's rare, it's precious, and I don't want to lose it.
I don't want to lose it either. But how can we make this work?
I don't have all the answers, but I know that I love you and I want to figure this out. Together.
They kiss passionately as the sun sets behind them. Montage, 1 year later. Alejandro and Elisa working on a mural together in Wynwood. Elisa performing on stage, Alejandro watching proudly from the wings. They navigate airports together, splitting time between Miami, New York and LA. Alejandro painting in his New York studio, a photo of Elisa nearby. Elisa recording in LA wearing headphones with Alejandro's art on them. Miami waterfront night. Alejandro and Elisa walk hand in hand.
You know, I've been thinking. Maybe it's time we made this arrangement a little more permanent.
He kneels down, pulling out a ring.
Elisa Fuentes, will you marry me?
Yes, of course I will.
They kiss as fireworks explode over the Miami skyline.
So where do we go from here?
Anywhere we want, mi amor. The world is our canvas, and our love is the most vibrant color we have.
They walk towards the glittering city, arms around each other, ready to face whatever the future holds. Fade out. The end.